Yep, we're good. All right.
Okay.
Test. Volume. Okay. Here we go. It starts in 3, 2, 1. Coming up on TMS, knowing is half the battle.
We love what we love.
Sausage bags.
Take this trash back.
99 problems and my organs ain't some.
See my vest.
It makes me want to keep singing.
I know.
Making things with Bill and more on this episode of The Morning Stream.
Camp on rocks by water. This very bad country.
This very bad country. You've been saying that for 10 days now. Very bad country.
Si, senor Warner. This very bad country.
Oh, skip it.
This is The Morning Stream. Hold on to your butts.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to TMS for April 9th. It's Tuesday. It's 2019. I'm Scott Johnson with Brian Ibbett.
Hi. 4919. 4919.
Hey, did you record the reunion thing yesterday?
Oh, God, no. It was just a chance to sit down and talk about really important topics about creating America's Next Top Podcaster and how everybody felt about the whole thing. And no way would we ever record that and put it on a feed. Of course we recorded it, Scott Johnson.
Oh, okay, good. I just want to make sure because I think that would be valuable stuff, and I missed it, sadly.
Absolutely. I know. We're so bummed you missed it. You and Nicole couldn't make it. Nicole had Pukey Child going on.
Barfy baby. Yep.
Barfy baby.
Yep.
Barfy baby.
Everybody's favorite Mattel toy this year, Barfy baby. Get out and catch it.
Barfy baby.
Yep.
Exactly. Order it early because those things are going to be selling out across the country.
I agree.
But one of the things that people are like, well, wait, there's no jury today. No, see, one of the things that jury said, we talked about good podcast advice last night on the reunion show, which will be on the feed after the finals get posted this week. Today, I believe the finals are getting posted for both hidden and public feed.
Yeah.
Jury said, one of the most important things you could do. I mean, I'm not going to do this. All of a sudden, he's kind of a cross between Joan Rivers and Gilbert Gottfried.
Yeah.
But one of the most important things you can do on a podcast is keep things tight. Don't put any superfluous garbage in there. Keep things moving, rolling, quick, and figure out what things you can cut. And that's why Jury's not on the show today.
There you go.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, there he is.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, he's...
He even gave us one of those last night, too. He gave us an, oh, yeah?
Oh, good. That's it's nice when he does that on demand. Yeah, he had a last-minute flight this morning to Vegas. He's going there for a funeral, I guess. So
yeah, memorial. Yep.
Yeah, so as it's a magician, I guess, that everyone loves.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he told me some interesting insider information. I don't know if this is well known to magicians out there, and I'll bet you at least a couple of listeners will confirm this. I don't know, but the deal is, I guess, magicians, generally speaking, are kind of cliquish. They all sort of stay in little groups, and they're a little bit competitive, and a lot of smack gets thrown around. This is according to Jury.
Yeah.
He says, but this guy who passed away transcended all of it. He was like in everyone's group, worked on every project, was respected by everyone. Just wasn't in one of those camps or tribes. He was just kind of all over the place, and that sounded kind of cool. So anyway, they're going to a wake.
Yeah, very cool.
When he said it, he goes, "I'm going to a magician's wake," and I thought that was like a thing, like like a board gamers have Gen Con. I thought magicians had
wake. Like, I'm going to Magician's Wake 2019.
Yeah, baby, see you there. Bring your drinking belly. Woo! Like that's what I thought it was. So I was like, "Oh, are you guys performing?" He did, because he said he was. He said he was assisting Schwood, and I thought, "Oh, well, maybe Schwood's performing." And what he meant was he's just sort of wingmanning it, and it's a very somber occasion and an actual wake. And so I don't know why I thought that. So it's not a capital wake, the capital W wake. It's just a nice
lowercase wake.
Yeah, funeral type unit.
Boy, do you think? I think it comes with the tool, the trade of being a magician, though. Do you think there's anybody there who's going to kind of be wondering, because he's a magician, if he faked his own death and he's like...
I mean, isn't that you should be a built-in concern. Not concern, but you should be wary immediately. You're like, who died? wait a minute. Like, hold on a second. He could come out anytime now. Like,
he's going to stand up at the back of the church or wherever they hold this service and go, ta-da, the greatest trick ever pulled.
yeah, that's right. The greatest trick of mankind. To fake one own's death and then reappear. And then people in the audience, I imagine in the audience, in the congregation or whatever you're going to call it at a wake or a funeral, I imagine all these cynical magicians sitting around going, yeah, sure. Right. Oh, he died, did he? Yeah. Okay.
Right, sure he did, yeah. If I was a magician, and I would absolutely have it in my my last will and testament, that we'd have the funeral service, and everybody would go up and say their piece up at the coffin at the front of the room, and then they'd go and sit down, and then someone would come out to speak. Probably you. I'd probably have you come out and do it.
Sure, I'll do it.
And then you'd pull out a chainsaw and go,
yeah,
right down the middle.
Oh my gosh,
that's what I want.
Yeah,
if I were a magician, that is exactly what I would do for my.
I kind of want that, even if I'm not a magician. That sounds like a blast. Except you'd want to, you'd want to take care to make sure you got it right and everything. So here's what you do. Here's how you do that. You say, all right, I want to donate all my organs to science, and donate everything. Have it all. So gut me, and then hey, coroner people, all you got to do is just cut me in half. So I'm just a half a dude, front and back.
Right.
And so I want my feet to hang out the other side. And so that they can see, right? And then you got the upper half, so when they cut right down the middle, there's nothing there. It's just wood.
Right. Yes, right.
And then just, yeah. That's
be really easy to do when you're passed away.
It wouldn't be that hard.
Hey, one of the cool things, so the guy that passed away is Johnny Thompson. And I knew that name sounded familiar, and I'd heard the term the Great Thompsoni. But more than that, Johnny Thompson was the guy who worked behind the scenes at Penn and Teller. So I get to go see a taping of Penn and Teller Fool Us, thanks to Schwood and Mitsula. Mitsula was there. This is actually the same day that we took all those awards at the Podcast Awards in Las Vegas. So that day we started out Penn and Teller Fool Us. Then we went and got some really good food. And then we went to the Podcast Awards. And then after that, we went to Oak and Ivy and had steaks, and it was just amazing. And but anyway, so what happens is if you've ever seen the show Penn and Teller Fool Us, it's kind of it's game show style, reality show style, where different magicians come out and they do a trick in front of Penn and Teller, and if Penn and Teller can figure out how that trick is done, then the person gets a round of applause and walks off stage. But if they fool Penn and Teller, then they get to come back and actually be, I think, an opening act for a future Penn and Teller show at the Rio.
Didn't Brian do that? Or he tried out anyway or something?
Brian did, and he did it. He kind of did it in a way like he knew he wasn't going to fool them, because he actually used one of Penn and Teller's tricks, and Penn even said, "You did that trick better than we did."
That's a good Penn voice.
Thanks.
Yeah, nice job. Teller you can't do as well because he's really quiet and only talks.
He's really well. I did the Teller anytime Jerry comes on the show. That's my impersonation of Teller when.
There you go.
On Tuesdays.
Nice. You do a really good. That one's really really good.
It's dead on, right?
Yeah.
But so while the host, which currently is Allison Hannigan, is up there talking to the performer, Penn and Teller are sitting in their little chairs with a notebook and whispering quietly to each other and kind of drawing out how they think the trick was done. Listening in on that conversation, back in the booth, is Johnny Thompson, who's listening to Penn and Teller talk about how they think the trick was done.
Yeah.
So they'll come out and they'll say, they'll at the end of the conversation with Allison Hannigan, they'll say, "Hey, all right, here's what we think you did. We're going to disguise it and say, we think, we all love dogs. Dogs are really good animals. Everybody has a dog. Everybody loves their dog. We think that there might be a poodle involved in this trick. I think you know what that means. I think the audience is fooled, but I think you know what that means, and I don't think you fooled us." And it's not really that decides whether or not the guy on stage could say, I did use a poodle technique, which I just made up. There's no, as far as I know,
this is a completely made up thing on the fly here. Yeah.
But it's Johnny Thompson in the back who listened to the entire conversation and knows how the trick is done. Like he and the magician are the only two people that know how the trick is done, and he's able to say, yeah, that's actually exactly how it was done, or, well, Penn and Teller did have it right, they just described it wrong, and the guy said, oh no, that's not how I did it.
Interesting.
So
he's like judge and jury back there.
He was really the crux of the show. So
84 years old, pretty long life. He's an older. In fact, I asked Justin, I said, is he young? He goes, no, he's been around for a while. Yeah, 84. He's been around for a while.
He's definitely been around for a while.
Jeez, Justin, undersell it. You know who could tell us more probably is I'll bet right now Dodd is listening, in because he's a magic dude. He likes all that stuff. Right. He's probably going, oh, I know all this information and I can't tell you right now because
I know. Yeah,
I won't hear this till later. Anyway. Well, Godspeed.
But Penn and Teller, if you get a chance in Vegas to see just the regular Penn and Teller show, it's amazing. And if you get a chance to see the during one of the taping weeks of Fool Us, it's actually a lot of fun. And it's not as much of the whole like, all right, let's take that again, do the trick again. This time, don't drop the coins all over the floor.
Right.
That kind of thing. It is really done well for the audience, and is as cool for the audience as it appears to be when you watch the TV show.
Where does that air? What channel is that on?
The CW.
The CW.
Home of all the DC shows where it's more important that people have long-lasting relationships and talk about their feelings than actually catching bad guys.
Yeah, forget about villains. The true villain is our breaking heart.
Or to defeat the same villains in different costumes. The same stuntmen actors in different costumes every week.
That all sounds right to me.
So glad the Arrow ending is just fine. That's fine, Arrow.
That's a good long run. It's a long run.
It is a good long run. It was just starting to get a little stale.
It's been a long run. Did they? Let me ask you this about that. Did they? Did it end with the same people as they started with?
It hasn't ended yet. It ends next year, but for the most part, it's ending with the same people. They added Felicity Smoke in like episode 3 of the show. She's actually going to leave at the end of this season, so she's going to be gone the entire last season, which is weird because she and Oliver are married, and we see future Felicity, so we know that she, like, they can write that into the script or anything like that.
But like Thea Queen, she's still there?
She's gone. Oh. Tommy Merlin is gone.
Okay.
His dad is gone. His girlfriend is sort of gone, but has been replaced by Earth 2's version of her. Her dad is gone. Yeah, it is. It actually, I think they've had a complete, other than Oliver and John Diggle, they've had a complete turnover of every cast member that's been on the show.
Well, I would recommend, I'm going to make a quick recommendation for people.
Sure.
If you're Googling around for Oliver Queen and his sister, because it's the internet, you might accidentally fall into somebody's fanfic that is do not go there. I guess is what I'm saying is don't search for Oliver Queen and his sister and be surprised if you run into a horrible piece of fan fiction.
Wow, like it's not even really like stepsister stepbrother porn. It is like that is just full on brother sister.
Yeah, it's the
incestual
least favorite erotica. Boom, there it is.
Great.
Yeah, good stuff. Don't do that. I made that mistake. Won't do that again. Hey, all right. I want to give a shout out to a listener who wrote an email into the show to build some awareness for a thing I'd never heard of. So we have a listener named Stephanie who wrote in and says this because we mentioned Moya, the condition.
Moya.
Yeah, and I'd never heard of it before we mentioned it, and I think it was in relation to some news story or something, and I mentioned it in passing. It was very quick. I didn't give it a whole lot of anything. But anyway, she wrote and says, "Hi, Scott. My husband is a loyal follower of all your podcasts, especially the morning stream, and constantly listening to them when in the car. So they're always listening to it in the car. While in the car, we were listening to one of your recent morning streams. Sorry, I have no idea which one it is. But you were reading off of some sort of list referring to the Mayo Clinic, and you mentioned Moya. You also had the reaction of many people, what the hell is that? Well, I'd like to tell you a story. I have moya moya. It is an extremely rare condition where internal I'm going to spell that wrong, say that wrong. Carotid artery. I know what that is. I've just never seen it before. Weird.
Yeah.
I've never had to read carotid artery.
I know, yeah.
You just always hear it on ER. Dun, dun, dun. Hurry up, his carotid is bleeding out.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what you always hear. Anyway, it says her carotid arteries are blocked, so there is no blood flow to the brain. The brain is smart enough to try and compensate for the lack of blood flow by creating small, tiny veins and having blood flow through those veins instead. In an MRI, those veins look like a puff of smoke, which is what moya moya means in Japanese. The disease was founded in Japan.
Okay.
Yeah, they found it there.
Interesting. So super, super tiny veins.
Yeah, and I would have said, and so, so appearing like a cloud because it's so minuscule.
So densely packed of these little tiny veins.
Yeah, just granular little veins. In 2012, I had a huge hemorrhagic stroke because of one of my moya moya veins that burst. I was put into an induced coma for 8 days, went in the ICU, and then went to the ICU for another 3 weeks. I went through countless hours of therapy, including speech, occupational, and physical therapy. 2 months after my stroke, I got bilateral bypass surgeries on both sides of my brain at Stanford. It does not correct the problem, but it's a workaround because there's no cure. Because of these surgeries, I live a normal life that would otherwise not be possible. The reason I'm writing all of this to you is try to get the word out there. We have a large community of moya moya survivors. But very little of the world population knows of the disease because it is often misdiagnosed or undiagnosed. I'm guessing a lot of times someone may just have a stroke and they never knew that they had it.
Yeah. Wow.
Anyway, I've heard from my friends that are doctors, that they quickly breeze through the subject, indicating that it was merely one side of a neurology class, which scares me. I feel that I would have definitely been diagnosed earlier as a kid if there was more knowledge in the world about this highly dangerous disease. Thank you for reading this message. Hopefully it sparks your interest in maybe researching this disease a little more. Here's some information. Sent me a link. If you go to the stanfordhealthcare.org site, they have a whole thing on it. Sincerely, Stephanie. Yeah, I had no idea. I'd never even heard of it. What a weird freaking thing. She says she made a note in here that she had a history as a kid of really intense migraines. Mm-hmm. If you've got a kid or you are someone with horrible migraines, you at least should get, you probably already have MRIs. People do that all the time when they have migraines, but get that checked out.
That is probably the way it gets triggered to have somebody go and check themselves out. Wow.
But have you ever heard of bilateral bypass surgery on your brain?
No, and it makes me wonder if they can do anything to bypass the blocked carotid artery. That is, the main cause of this.
That you mean better than the brain's doing? Yeah, because the brain's trying to do it, but
right.
It's not.
But it seems like the Band-Aid that the brain is creating is like, well, here's an alternative. It's not the best thing, but
which is also kind of in its own way.
They would have done that.
Right. Brian's like,
there's somebody out there going, wow, we never thought of doing that. Thank you, Brian Emmett, podcaster and moviegoer.
Hey, Brian, let's do cancer now. I wonder if there's a way just to cure that thing.
Here's how you solve the homeless problem. Just buy a house.
That's good stuff. Well, we're happy. We're happy. Where is that? I gotta play that actual person. I hate it. Is it intentional? Is it supposed to be her being serious?
No, I don't think so. I think she is on the same level as do dogs have brains, because I really wanted to know.
So you think she's being serious?
I think she's being serious. I think she seriously thinks that she's solved the homeless problem.
All right, I'm gonna find it. I'm gonna play it, and here it is. I got it right here. This girl.
If you're homeless, just buy a house.
Someone else added the music.
The Avengers music is the best. Dun, dun, dun.
TikTok user solves homeless worldwide, it says on the headline. That's fantastic. Anyway, if she's serious, I want to flick her in the ear real hard.
You know what? There's nothing that you could do to her that is worse than what she's already doing to herself.
Right. If she wasn't serious, well done. You trolled everybody. Good job.
Yeah. Exactly. Well, of course, at this point, she'd say that she was trolling everybody, and that.
Oh, is that her take? Is that her line?
Oh, well, I mean, wouldn't you? I mean, if all of a sudden you found out that people are making fun, come on, that was a total joke. I totally meant to put that up as a joke, and
maybe. I mean, if it was that big and blew up that big, probably, because she, that became like a huge thing. But as I've proved many times on the show, I'm happy to eat my own crap.
Oh, totally. We'll totally own up to that. I like BioCows. If you have cancer, just buy not cancer.
The template works really across all of life's problems.
All across the board, yes, exactly.
If you have a misbehaving child, just buy not misbehaving child. Anyway, well, what are you gonna do when you're cute and young and dumb? What are you gonna
have
do?
access to TikTok?
Yeah, TikTok. I still watch TikTok sometimes, I have to admit.
Do you?
I get a kick out of.
I still do that. Never think when I'm on the.
Never think is
bike.
pretty.
Although,
yeah,
it's been so nice. I've been on the real bike for the last 4 days, 5 days. Scott, I did the full loop around the reservoir, which again, usually is something I have to build up to. And yesterday, just went right around it. Boom.
Yeah, ripping, roaring, taking it by the short hairs and letting
Taking
it have
life by the short and curlies and ripping them off.
That's right. Ow. That's great though. Well done. Guess what I watched last night?
Boy, I didn't see any of your tweets or photos or messages or.
I got in a mood, man. I got in a mood, and I watched for I don't know what time this is. I should have kept track, but I'm in the 40s or 50. I've watched this movie a lot.
What number of times you've watched it? Really?
It's a lot.
It can't really be that.
It's
high.
probably not
Really?
that many, but it's in the. I know it's more than 25. That I know. Easily more than 25. I watched Fury Road again last night. And
I don't even think I've seen Star Wars more than 25 times. And that's like the movie I feel like I've seen the most.
I think it's easily taken the record. It's funny, my second most watched movie is 19 times for Serenity, of all things.
Oh, Serenity.
Yeah.
That's right.
I don't know why I love that movie so much, but I love Serenity.
Huh.
But yeah, Star Wars somewhere in that range too. But yeah, this thing is easily taking the thing. But I just couldn't help it. Last night I got in this mood, and I don't know what it started from. I think somebody put a GIF up somewhere. Oh no, I know what it was. Somebody was sending around some concept art from 15 years ago that George Miller had been working on for this movie, and a decade before this thing got made. Was already working on it, and it was crazy to see not only the differences but how much of it actually is in there, like
retained from the
it's crazy.
15 years ago.
Yeah,
that is crazy.
Except weird stuff like Rictus worked for the man eater guy, the dude from the gasoline gang thing, the guy with the nose that was replaced with a metal nose and had the nasty club feet. He was apparently Rictus was his kid, not Immortan Joe's kid. So there's a bunch of stuff like that, but it was,
I guess we need to clarify, by the way, the movie is Mad Max Fury Road. Apparently, at no time have we said the title of the film you watched last night, which is really
sorry. Fun. Yes, I guess I didn't say it. Mad Max Fury Road is the movie. It's just, it's just such a masterpiece.
I barely have time to watch the stuff I've never seen before, let alone the stuff I've seen before. But going along with playing the Avengers theme as part of that little clip earlier, and we have something coming up later. I do need to watch Infinity War one more time before the end of the month. Got to see part 1 again before.
We were going to do that whole thing where we just watched all the Marvel movies leading up, and I couldn't
feel like
do it.
That's too much of a commitment.
Yeah.
Hey, it'll finally get you to see the Dark World and Ant-Man and the Wasp. And there's no other ones you've missed, right?
Ant-Man, Wasp, Dark World, and...
Oh, you haven't seen Captain America yet.
No, I've seen that.
Captain Marvel, I mean. Captain Marvel.
Oh, Marvel, right. Captain Marvel.
Yeah.
That's correct. So there's... What's
that one you need? That one you absolutely need to see. Thor Dark World, meh. But
me
see that for completion.
Yeah.
But Ant-Man and the Wasp and Captain Marvel both lead into Infinity War or into Endgame, so you need to see those before you see Endgame.
My favorite review I've ever heard of Dark World is Dark World me, Dark World me.
That's it. That's a little more like.
Anyway, it's just a masterpiece. I don't know if you saw a tweet by Edgar Wright earlier in the week where he was setting up some kind of new theater for himself. And Edgar Wright, of course, the director of
Hot Fuzz,
and
Shaun of the Dead.
Yeah, did the Scott Pilgrim movie, and what's that new one everyone loves that I still haven't seen with the driving? Baby Driver.
Baby Driver, yes.
He
had a Coke's Cover Cat up there so people can see Cover Cat.
He says in his tweet that it is the greatest action film ever made. And he's right.
He says in Infinity War is the greatest. Oh, he says Mad Max Fury Road is the greatest.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. So, anyway, go do yourselves a favor and watch it again. I enjoyed my watch through. Now I want to watch the Chrome one again, the black and white one. I'm in the mood, man.
The Shining Chrome version?
Yeah, I'm in the mood. What's it called? Something Chrome. Is it just called Shining Chrome? I forget. But it's black and white, and it's just incredible. Oh my gosh, that movie. All right, we're going to take a dive into the news early here. Not early, just at all, because yesterday we hardly had any. So today, here's the news.
This is your radio newscaster with another exclusive, sensational summary of world and local events.
Let's do the news, brought to you by...
Freelancers, it's time to get to work. Join the Freelancer Codex, the longest-running Anthem podcast on the internet, as they discuss all things Anthem. Patch notes, strategy, weapon, and gear discussions, story deep dives, and more. Go to freelancercodex.com or search Freelancer Codex on iTunes, Google Play, or Spotify. Strong alone, stronger together.
I love the claim.
Yeah. What's that?
Yeah, I was just going to say, I love the claim at the top where it says the longest running Anthem podcast. That game's like a month and a half old.
Longest running Anthem podcast. They requested it like in bright, bold letters, do in your Russian accent. That's how they requested it.
They wanted your Russian accent real bad. So if y'all were wondering where that half Watto, half Russian came from, that's why.
Sebulba. Yeah, he's part Watto, part Sebulba, part Russian.
Yep. Or not Watto. Who am I thinking of? Who was this? Who was the little
Sebulba?
Sebulba. Was he the guy?
You want to free your mother from slavery?
Yeah.
You must win Padres. Not Sebulba. It is Watto.
It is
Sebulba was
Watto.
the guy he had to beat. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. There you go. Oh yeah. Sebulba's a little creepy
racer.
guy on the pod. Yeah, the pod racer thing.
Yes.
Guy. Yeah.
The cheating pod racer.
Oh yeah, he's a little shit bag. That guy. Don't like him.
Who's that little kitty right there?
Oh, hello, kitty. What's she doing these days?
Can you hear her purring?
No. I don't hear it.
Oh, it's super, super quiet.
Is she a loud meower or is she a quiet meower?
She's a quiet meower.
Because our cat does this. He'll look at me, open his mouth, and go.
Yeah, the next door neighbor cat Hubert will do that.
Hubert the cat is the great name. That's a great name for a cat. His coloring, he's white with black spots, and he's heavy, so he looks like a Holstein cow. Oh, that's awesome. Little cow. Cow
cat. Yep.
Sausage stored in thank you bags leads to a low health score at the East Side Deli. Oh.
Oh, I like that they're called thank you bags. We all know exactly what they are because we know what thank you bags are. Oh, now the cat is on the desk. She's going to climb up in front of the news.
Jeez, did your wife leave town again or something? Is she?
No. Oh, no. It's Daisy. Inara hangs out with me all day long, but it's Daisy that hangs out with me when Tina's gone.
Well, there you go then.
But Inara's my companion.
Oh,
you're
familiar.
Appropriately enough, my daily companion.
Yeah, she's your familiar. I like it.
Yes.
My dog, our other dog, Boomer, she makes some sounds now that I want to record because she sounds like a tauntaun, and she does it by herself. She'll just be laying around and suddenly go, like these weird, like Star Wars alien sounds. I need to record them.
Is she sleeping when she does that, or is it?
That's a good question. No, I guess sometimes yes, but a lot of times, like the sleeping ones are usually. Like that.
Yeah, Daisy will do that too. Daisy will do I've had such a hard day.
Yeah. Yeah, it's really weird, and I don't know. I think it's maybe whatever breed combo she is. I think our dog's very similar. The kind of mix of German Shepherd and whatever the hell else is in there.
Yeah. Yep.
So I think there's something there, but she is just the weirdest noise-making dog. I'll start recording it for people.
Yeah, I definitely want to hear that.
Anyway, this deli is the east side of downtown. Where is this? New York? No, San Antonio. And they're 3 points away.
I assumed east side. I thought, New York, east side.
It sounds very New York.
Yeah.
They are 3 points away from failing a health inspection earlier this year when it was caught storing sausage patties in thank you bags. According to the inspection report, the place, it's called Poncho and Gringos, received a score of 72 after a health inspector uncovered the food safety violation. The deli was also cited for a kitchen employee not wearing a hair restraint. Oh, is that what we're calling him now? A hair restraint?
Not a hairnet. Not a hairnet. A hair restraint. Put your hair in restraints.
Oh, my gosh.
My hair has got a restraining bolt. It hasn't been able to show me the princess's full video.
Yeah. Wait, don't stop. Play that back. Let's see. Having accumulated grease and food and debris in the kitchen, on the walls, trash under the stuff, all that. But anyway, according to the full report, they were keeping these hot dogs in thank you bags. Now, thank you bags, for those unaware, are like those. Are they like the Walmart bags? Like, what are we talking about?
These are like when you go to a restaurant and ask for takeout, and you get like 2 or 3 pieces of styrofoam with your takeout food in it. It comes in a bag that has like a very generic bag that you must be able to get for pennies for 1,000.
Here they are.
And they just have the word thank you printed on them.
Right. And it's multiple thank yous with one bold thank you in the middle.
Yes, it's like Filmation thank you. Thank you. Multiple copies of the words thank you.
Yeah.
And they're I'm sure they're not food safe. Like, I'm sure they're not containing the material that completely blocks out bacteria and
yeah,
stuff
they're flimsy. I think they're recycled even.
Yeah, I think so. They are basically made just they last a day. You get them home and they're you even try to recycle them and it's like, I gotta use them in one day real quick.
Why do I always think of them as Walmart bags? But in my head, Walmart has these, but I don't think they do. I think I'm making that up.
No, their bags actually do say Walmart on, but they might say thank you for coming to Walmart or something. Or
maybe that's what it is.
Yeah.
When we were in California last, with the Anaheim back in the fall, every place we went to wouldn't do plastic bags anymore. It was all paper. Did you notice? I don't know if you noticed that, if you ever had to shop for anything, but it was all paper. And they said, and even then they would say, do you want bags? We're like, sure. And they didn't say paper or plastic. They just said paper. And I just noticed no plastic anywhere. I don't know if California has like that's what it was. If I wanted plastic bags, I had to pay.
Right. You had to buy your own. But there are places now that are banning plastic bags, like basically places having plastic bags banned from being able to be used by food service places, or not just food service places, but companies and such. Yeah. Who found this? This is Drenched Wildfire found the foodservicefiresale.com, where you can buy 2,000 8x4 by 16 inch. All right, this is a cat attacking notification screens on the top of the corner. 2,000 bags for $22.14.
What?
That's how cheap these stupid bags are. But it is exactly that, like the words thank you repeated in outline form, except for the one thank you that is in full.
How much for that many? $2? What was it?
$22 for a case of 2,000 bags.
Okay, well, hold on. I can't do the math. 2,000.
Here, what would you like? Oh, well, it's going to be 2.2 cents per bag.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
And just think of all the... Aren't we strangling seagulls with that stuff or something? Something's going on. I don't know how that works.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Food service fire sale. I've never even heard of this. I'm going to go see what other deals we got.
I know. What else do they have? Yeah.
Yeah. Like, look at this the plastic pitcher. You always see it at every restaurant that has either beer or, whatever in it.
Oh, yeah. Right.
$2.19 per.
32 ounce.
Oh, this is great.
I'm sure they've got those metal like steamer tray insert. Oh, taster spoons, like the little tiny 3-inch. Got a flavor of ice cream.
Oh, I always love those. Those are always good. If you want some sandwich bags, they got those. Specialty paper bags, thank you bags we mentioned, plastic food bags, liquor bags. Let's see how much a liquor bag will cost you. Here you go. Quarter-size brown paper liquor bag, 25. Oh, no. Let's see. A case of 500. $15.
Yeah, see, there you go. This apparently is the place. Oh yeah, do we get those little
liquor
those
bag.
little paper ketchup packets or paper ketchup those cups?
Yeah, the little cups.
Right?
Yeah.
And have you learned the amazing thing you do with those?
What? Spread them out and do something? I don't know.
Yes. Yeah, exactly. You basically unroll the top edge, and then you can flatten them out, and they make like a much better ketchup. Because when you use them for ketchup, it's like, all right, well, I got all the ketchup, but there's still like a lot of ketchup in the bottom corners that I can't get with this big fat Red Robin French fry or whatever. But you unroll the top roll and then you flatten it out, and it turns into a big circle that your ketchup is much easier to access.
Hey, that's not bad. I've never done that. I've never done that. I mean, I've had some empty ones where the kids are always wanting to spread them out and throw them like frisbees and stuff, but
yeah.
I didn't know that was a good idea.
Hacking the system. Somebody posted that in a video and was like, whoa.
Hey, any local Utah people, we need to have a conversation. This reminds me of this. Last night we go to this burger place called JCW's. It's absolutely 100% a local place. They don't exist anywhere else. They started somewhere in Provo and they moved their way to the valley, and that's where they are. Brand new one opened up over here. Nice place, big space. I'm excited. I'm thinking, man, I haven't been to JCW's in a long time. Let's go see what's up over there. It's not good. It's bad. I don't understand why everybody around here thinks it's great.
Why it's so popular?
Yes. It makes me want to just go over to Five Guys and kiss those guys on the forehead because it's better there. So anyway, locals, just email me. You tell me what you think. JCW's overrated. Greasy, undercooked, weird, not great. And expensive. Yes.
Oh, hey. What are you doing?
What's happening now?
I don't know. She just did something to the the light board back there. The audience has probably been watching.
Chat room,
you see how
send us a
nuts
clip.
It's going back there. The light board behind me is just going.
Someone clip that. I want to watch. I want to watch this happen.
Yeah,
dude, your cat is on fire today. She is into it.
She is she's a pisser. What she is.
Your cat was eating the light board.
Dang it! I wonder.
That's pretty funny.
I'm gonna fix this.
Hey, Brian, you know those little burger, the dry wax paper burger bag that you get? You know, it's like just a little half bag, and your burger sticks into half of it. You know what I'm talking about?
Yes, right. Little burger diaper. Yes.
Yeah, you need 500 of those. I got good news for you.
Do they have them there?
$33.50 per case. Oh no, that's more than 500. That's a case. Oh my gosh.
Watch this.
Yeah.
Bah. Oh, I thought it was working out. It is sound activated. Listen, it's like it just can't be like a it's got to be a constant noise.
Bah. Get up there.
Bah, now see if I talk for a little bit, and if I get up close and I talk a little bit, then it's gonna go crazy.
Is that what it's doing?
Like
Are you sure it's doing that?
Yes, I think it is.
The timing is weird. Yelling bah bah
bah bah.
That's too good. You should yell that.
Just like that, exactly.
All right. Where were we? Oh yeah, we had that. We're still in that first article. Let's move on. Having one of those days.
By the way, the Azagorn84 just posted video of the cat destroying.
Oh yeah, let's see what this looks like. All right, so I missed it, so I want to see this. All right, here we go. KCW's overrated. Oh yeah, there it is. Greasy under. Let me turn that down. All right, so the cat is literally like looking at the switch to chew it or whatever.
She is.
And then she takes off because she's in trouble. Oh, that's awesome. Good catch, guys. Nice. Oh, everything all right?
Yeah, just fine.
It's going good. It's going real good.
Real good.
Yeah, real good. All right. Here's another related story. Okay, because those thank you bags end up in the trash. A bunch of bald eagles are our national bird, a majestic creature, really.
Yes.
They're taking all the trash from a Seattle landfill and they're dumping it into suburban yards in Seattle. Should ask Daryl if this happened to him or not. But there's
bald eagles just bringing trash.
Yep, totally.
to people.
Around 200 of them, by the way. Big, what is that? I guess that's a flock. Whatever it is. 200 eagles. I don't know if they're flying together, but are picking up trash every day in the Seattle landfill, and they're flying over suburban homes and then just dropping them in their yards. And they're not happy about it. Well, duh. I mean, I'm saying that the people aren't happy about it. It seems dumb. But anyway, the trash, including blood-filled biohazard containers that landed in one lucky resident's yard, is coming from a nearby landfill that takes in 2 tons of fresh trash a day. The bald eagles pick out the juicy morsels of food found in the landfill and then discard the junk they don't want in nearby neighborhoods. The main issue is the open-air landfill in the area. It's called the Cedar Hills Regional Landfill of King County. Oh, that'd be a great new Netflix series, wouldn't it? The Cedar Hills Regional Landfill of King County. 3 billboards outside of whatever it's called. That landfill was supposed to have been closed years ago. Blah blah blah. They expanded it, and they say that thing's going to be taking new trash up till 2040. Many of the residents want the county to cancel the proposed expansion and finally close it off. In the meantime, the residents are hoping to implement some sort of anti-eagle measures at the landfill. What would those be?
That'd be the Lebowski. Pulling out the Lebowski anti-eagles measures.
I guess so, man. Because those
By
things...
the way, the 5 collective nouns for eagles: an airy of eagles, an army of eagles, a congress of eagles, a convocation of eagles, and a peaceful, easy feeling of eagles.
Oh, shut up. That's not
I might have added that last one myself.
Yeah. A Hotel California of eagles. There you go.
Hotel California of eagles. Take it easy of eagles.
Yeah, there you go. I'm in the mood for the Eagles now. Well done. I'm going to listen to them later.
But you can't hide your lion eyes.
I know, and it's hard for me not to, so I'm going to listen to them.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway,
Family of eagles.
The main thing is don't hurt the eagles because they're a protected species to the point that you will commit a federal crime and be thrown in prison if you hurt an eagle. So you don't want to do that, Seattle folks. Don't kill or hurt the eagles. Just complain to the wildlife, whoever thing.
Throw the trash back at the eagles.
Right.
That's what you need to do.
Right.
Pick up that empty Starbucks latte cup and huck it back at the eagle that just dropped it in your lawn.
Yeah, what's the worst that can happen?
Yeah, you're not hurting the eagle.
No.
Just say, here, take it back.
Yeah, it'd be fine. I'd love to hear. Actually, if anybody that lives out there and has experienced this or seen it, I'd love to hear about it. Because that must be wild. Just imagine an eagle soaring majestically over your yard and just dropping a tampon on
I
your
just
tree.
picture a new audio clip from Daryl. Thanks a lot, freaking eagle.
Yep. Yep. In fact, you know what? Let's preview it. Let's see what that sounds like. Because this is one of my favorite things Daryl ever did.
Yeah.
Where he's super pissed. Hold on.
Yeah, at the old place.
No. Where?
I think it's daylight savings time is what he's.
How can you screw up a hamburger?
Oh, gosh dang it. Savings. Was it daylight savings? Dark, was it? Effing. Oh, here. Is this it?
Oh, the new phone book's arrived. Guess where it goes? Directly into the recycle bin. What a f***ing waste.
He's such a curmudgeon.
He really is.
Such a cranky old fart.
Well, you know what I could do? I could actually go some higher.
What are you going to do? Oh.
Move it up in one of these spots here, and then we should get to it.
Chat room, are you making Brian obsess about his lights? Is that what's happening?
No. I'm just don't want the cat to get back up there and do more damage.
Oh yeah, she's already done enough. You've ruined.
Lord, she's done some damage. I know it's true. Well, it all comes down. It still comes through. Who can go the distance in the long run?
In the long run.
Little eagle. We're wrapping up the Eagles right there.
Yep, there you go. Good job. If you like the Eagles, you'd love Miami Vice in the 80s. They played their stuff all the time. Don Henley was all up in that thing.
Well, sure, he was a drug dealer, wasn't he? Wasn't that his like recurring role on?
Yeah, drug dealer or like a pimp or something like that.
Or he was an informant.
I think so. Oh, it's been so long. But like Al, or not Al. Who played Al on Married with Children? No, Married with Children. I can't think of his name.
Bundy was Ed O'Neill.
Ed O'Neill was in it. Played a cocaine dealer at one point. Like everybody and their dog was in that show back in the day. I love it. Oh, was it Glenn Fry? May have been Glenn Fry.
Oh, Glenn Fry, yes, right.
Yeah, not Don Henley. I get them mixed up.
Don Henley was the boy of summer.
Yeah, they're the same dudes to me. I can't keep them straight. All right. Hey, check this out. This has been all over the news, so we're gonna read it here.
Sure.
There's this lady who lived 99 years, and she had her organs, meaning all her internal organs, were in all the wrong places, and she never knew it. I don't think it mattered. She lived to be 99. Maybe our organs need to be shuffled around.
Maybe she's got the secret.
Yeah, no kidding. But
looking for lungs in all the wrong places. Looking for lungs.
There's a song for everything.
Took me a couple seconds on that one, but I was there. I had it.
Well, they were digging around, and this lady who had given her body to science died of natural causes. 99-year-old lady. They called her Bentley. She was special, so special she deserved her own unique spot in medical literature and history books. The reason the condition called situs inversus with leviocardia.
Leviocardiosa. Sorry. Maybe that second cup of coffee was just one too many.
Look, it's tapping into something special. I don't think we should change it.
It is, yes.
It says, well, the way this works is most of the vital organs are reversed, almost like the mirror image of the inside of the body. It is a host of other weird things. She's kind of what they call a medical unicorn. All kinds of weird findings. For example, her left ear was her butthole. Just kidding.
Oh, wow. Amazing. Crazy, yeah.
I may have made that up.
That sounds like crap.
Yeah, it does sound like, everything sounds so crappy. Why is your ear in the toilet, Grandma? I don't know. This is how I've always done it. But anyway, she had all of her stuff flipped. So imagine if you could look at your guts, your liver, your gallbladder down here on the right side. That's how it is for every human being, male, female, all races, all people, everywhere. That's how we're laid out. This lady, bloop, flipped the other way.
Wow.
Crazy.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Like a game of Operation where you've closed the box, shaken up all the pieces, and now now the funny bone is up in, in the left shoulder.
Yeah, don't touch her malformed spleen. May I play? Anyway. Final story. I just have to get this one out of the way because I don't want to do it again tomorrow. This guy, or these two guys, these chuckleheads. 2 men have been arrested after taking turns shooting each other while wearing bulletproof vests. I kind of feel like, look, if you're both consenting bulletproof vest wearing shooter people and you're in a room where nobody else is at risk, I don't know if I have that much sympathy for this. Just
no, not at all. As a matter of fact, I feel like the cops should have just kind of, I don't know, leaned on the side of their car with a bag of popcorn and said, "Let's see how this plays out."
Yeah, like let it play out. Exactly. An Arkansas man told police he had been shot multiple times in the back and chest through a bulletproof vest while protecting an asset. Instead, it turns out he and his neighbor were drinking and decided to shoot each other. That's all it was.
Someone watches a little too much Homeland.
Mm-hmm. Charles Eugene Ferris. I've never seen Homeland. It's on my list. I need to watch it.
Maybe if you stop watching movies you've seen 100 times,
I know.
You'd have some time to...
I can't help it. I had a baby brother, and he was perfect in every way. It's a great line from Mad
I've only
Max
seen
Fury
it
Road.
once, and I need to rectify that situation.
Oh, you need to rectify it.
I need to get a second viewing of that movie.
Hell, you need multiple
without
viewings.
Tina, because she hates that movie.
I know. You know what? I have people in my life that also hate it. My wife loves it, but a lot lot of people I know.
Good thing, yeah.
Don't love it the way I love it. I mean, nobody loves it the way I love it. I got a problem. I really am. I'm like that guy. I'm trying to think of what, like my sisters would get about strawberry shortcake or freaking, I don't know,
Cabbage Patch Dolls. Or
yeah,
something.
like that's the level of obsession I have with it. I love it so much. All right, where was I forgot.
2 guys shooting themselves,
Oh, yeah.
shooting each other with bulletproof vests.
That's right. Some point,
Charles Eugene Ferris and Christopher Hicks is where you're at.
It was a .22 caliber semi-automatic rifle. One would wear the vest, the other would pull back and fire it a bunch of times. He'd catch his breath, laugh their heads off, put it on the other guy, and do the same thing. Turns out that's kind of illegal.
Beer was involved. Do you think beer was involved, Scott?
I think beer was 100% involved. Well, it does say it here. It says
Oh, does it?
It says, it turns out he and a neighbor were drinking and decided to shoot each other. So, yeah, there was drinking.
Oh, okay. I didn't see that part. There you go. Yeah.
I don't know about, it may have been something more than
No,
a beer.
it's definitely beer. This is absolutely a beer decision.
Yeah.
This is not a decision you make after whiskey or gin or tequila. Maybe tequila, but
you know, the Canadians call those a liquor drink. They'll call that a liquor drink.
Yes, a liquor drink.
Mm-hmm.
Not a vodka drink.
No.
Not a cider drink.
No, a liquor drink. All right. We are now done with the news. We're going to take a break. When we come back, Bill will be here. We're going to talk to him. We'll think fondly of Jury, but it's actually good that Jury's not here because I actually had a weird heart out, and it's hard to do it with him because we always go long, and I was going to be late for the stupid appointment, but I'm not now, so it's all good. So we'll come back after the break, and we'll deal with that. In the meantime, we need to have a song, and you've got one?
Yeah, we'll sing songs that remind us of the good times. We'll sing songs that remind us of the better times.
Great.
This is a guy who comes from Western Australia. He is a performer who goes by the name Leroy, Leeroy, and I know everybody out there is singing Leroy Jenkins.
Oh, I was thinking Leroy Brown for some reason.
Oh, were you?
Yeah.
Okay, well that's good too. Neither of those are this Leroy, but whatever.
Great.
His brand new single just came out this last Friday, April 5th. So enjoy this, and it's hot and fresh, delivered right to your ears. The song is called Screwed Me Over. Here is, from Western Australia, Leroy.
Wow, it's a little harsh. Is he feeling bad about something? Did something bad happen to him?
I think so. But it's actually a relatively happy song for being titled "Screwed Me Over."
Yeah,
it's kind of like a poppy reggae number.
All right. Well, I'm into it.
Yeah.
Here it is. We'll play it now, and we'll be right back.
Well, Clara's been aboard with me for 2 years, and I just can't leave her here in a foreign country, especially with her condition, so delicate and all.
Bye-bye, Grampy.
Money is honey. This is the Morning Stream.
All right, we're back, everybody. Welcome back to the program. Let us now wander into the dark and dreary waters of Bill Duran.
Yes.
It's not really dark. He's a great guy. We love him. All right, we're pulling him in. We're going to see what's going on in his world. And I'm going to play a theme while we do it. Here you go. Where's a good one?
But Bill just isn't thinking about danger.
No, he's not. It's Bill Duran, everybody, all the way from Seattle, Washington, or nearby. Hey, are you getting any of that eagle trash in your yard that's from the
I'm
landfill?
just enjoying a delicious bowl of eagle soup, actually.
Oh,
yeah. Extra chunky.
You found
Don't
a
tell
way.
anyone.
You found a way to deal with the problem. Nice job. I don't want to know how you're getting the eagles out of the sky and then eating them, but that's great. It's Bill Duran, everybody. Always here, usually here on Tuesdays anyway, to talk about the world of making things, which we always enjoy hanging out with you, man. How are you? What's life like? What's going on?
I made a proton pack.
That's what's sitting there next to you. Look at the size of that thing.
Ghostbusters.
I can't tell how big it is. It looks like it might be something that's just like really close to the camera, like the inside of a clock. But
it's quite large.
Yeah, it's like it is the same size as you. I'm realizing.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's a big one.
Wow.
So a buddy of mine makes kits of these. So all the resin cast parts, all the vacuum form parts, he makes kits. And he was in town for Emerald City Comic Con, so I convinced him to stay for a few more days so that we could build this Mamba Jama.
Mm-hmm.
And that's exactly what we did. And it took a while, but we did, and now I have a proton pack.
And you got some. I love the sweet effects at the beginning of this video.
Oh yeah. Britt did all that. Britt's becoming a visual effects wizard.
Yeah, no kidding.
It's all mostly vacuum formed ABS plastic. So you take flat sheets of ABS plastic, about 1/16 of an inch thick, and heat them up and vacuum form them over the wooden bucks that that Garrick had made. That makes most of the body panels and most of the bulk of it. And then all the additional detail pieces are all resin cast parts that came out of silicone molds. And again, my buddy Garrick made. Yeah.
Your buddy Garrick is freaking me out because he looks like me 40 pounds ago. It's freaking me out. Yeah. Anyway.
So there are features. Would you like to see the features?
Yes.
I want to see features.
All right. Well, here is my neutrino wand. And if I hit the switch on it, it lights up.
Listen, that charges up. Oh, lights lighting up on the proton pack.
Yeah. So it's got that. It's got a nice hum. You know, for when your nuclear accelerator is just sort of humming along.
Right.
There is, of course, a button to start firing it.
Nice.
And it'll go through like an overheat cycle and everything. It's really amazing.
Is the speaker in the neutrino wand, or is it in the back?
In the large part of the bottom of the back, there's quite a large speaker, and it gets a lot louder too. There's even a volume knob on it.
Even better.
Does it is it bassy? Can you get some good bass out of it, or because one of the problems I've always seen with these sound chips is sometimes they're so tinny, but it sounds like this is better.
So the speaker on this thing, there's a lot of room in there. The speaker's like yay big. It's quite a large speaker, and then you've got this big large cavity to help it echo a bit. So it's got some decent bass.
Oh my gosh, I'm so jealous of this.
Yeah. There's another feature too on the neutrino wand here. There's a switch that only does this. Ready?
Yeah.
Oh,
look at that little meter.
No, it plays the song.
It does.
Oh, that's awesome. Does it actually have? Does it have the lyrics and everything, like the whole song?
Yeah, it does. There's a button that just plays the Ghostbuster theme song.
Does Huey Lewis then sue you for it sounds too much like I Want a New Drug?
Yeah, then he gets sued.
Not
and then
me. No, I'm not culpable.
Ray Parker Jr., what's he doing? You know, he's got talent. Anyway. Oh my gosh, you guys went all out though. This is insane.
Yeah, so Garrick makes these, and he's done a bunch of them, but I don't think he's ever built one in 5 days. So we just slammed this thing out in 5 days, filmed the whole thing. It's all over on funkerpops.com if you want to see how he did it. But yeah, we wired everything. We ran all these lights. We put all the resin parts together. I ran the lights a couple times until I got them to work. But yeah, it was an adventure, and now I have this, and now I can put together a Ghostbuster outfit. I've done all the hard work already. All I need is a jumpsuit.
And you have the capture unit deal, right? The little trap.
The trap, yep. Yeah. I got a trap. I have a PKE meter, and I just need the jumpsuit, maybe some boots. Sure. I already have a patch with my name on it, so.
That's right. And that PKE meter shows up in your videos a lot. You're always using it as like an extra prop to like
to hunt ghosts, of course.
Yeah, of course, duh.
Yeah,
of course. And kill and eat eagles. Make soup out of eagles, sure.
Yeah.
I'm always blown away by this kind of stuff. This guy's really good. Really cool. Where does he hail from? He's not from Seattle.
He's in Phoenix.
Phoenix, okay. Wow, look at that. Yeah. So are you gonna? So all right, that's the big question. When do we see you in your full regalia, like your full blown?
I'll probably have this ready for Dragon Con, I bet.
All right. I want to see it. I think that'd be awesome. Do you have a particular character you want to be, or you just
I'm gonna be Bill the Ghostbuster.
Bill the Ghostbuster.
Do you have like on your uniform? Will it say Duran, or will it say?
Yeah.
It won't say one. That's cool.
No, the patch I have says Duran. So
okay,
I'm gonna be my own Ghostbuster. So if anyone's like, that's not how it was in the movie,
right?
This is Bill's proton pack. This is exactly how it looked in my movie.
Yeah.
And 2, every proton pack in every shot of each movie is different than the previous one.
Yeah. Now I got a quick question about vacuum forming, because I'm seeing a lot of that happening here. It seems like there's a component of this that is you got to haul ass. Like the suckage will happen, and then he's like, "All right, go!" And he's got tools out, and he's freaking out like a little Tasmanian devil.
Oh yeah.
And if not, what happens? You ruin it, and you got to start over. I mean, I guess I don't know.
Yeah, we ruined one. The form, a big large rectangular form like that is tricky to get a good pull on. When you see like demos of people vacuum forming and it comes out perfectly, those are forms that lend themselves better to good clean vacuum forming. There's the whatever this part's called, the giant round part, formed a little bit easier. It doesn't have those hard corners where you'll get the webbing creeping in.
Right.
So yeah,
that's hilarious.
It depends. Vacuum forming is a little bit more of an art than a science. It's very, very tricky.
Yeah, it's fun. It's fun watching him do that because he just feels like he's scrambling every time, but then it all works out. And it's funny, right when you were talking about the round bit, they were vacuum forming the round bit in the video.
The cyclotron. That's what it's called.
Yeah, it has a name.
The round bit.
I don't know this stuff at all.
I didn't know that either until we started building this thing. Oh yeah, it's the cyclotron. Yeah, of course it is.
So is he just like a complete Ghostbusters fanboy freak out dude that just loves everything about Ghostbusters or something? Is that why he's done these before, or why he's into them? Or does he do other stuff as well?
What was that?
Does he do other stuff as well?
Yeah, he does lots of other different stuff. He does sell kits of these. So if you want to get a proton pack to make yourself, you can go get them. Details are all in the video we have all over on punishprops.com.
That's awesome, dude. All right,
That's very cool.
I'm impressed.
Wait, ready? Wait, I have a power off noise too.
Oh, that's pretty good. I know who I'm gonna call. Get it? Because it's Ghostbusters.
Right.
Bill, you always leave us with a little morsel at the end of your segment. Do you have one today?
Yes, another good buddy of mine, my buddy Stephen K. Smith, has been putting out some really good tutorial videos. He started selling his own foam, so EVA foam. And along with that, he started doing a lot more video tutorials using EVA foam, which makes tons of sense. So he did a chain sword from Warhammer 40K. You look up SKS props on YouTube, you'll find it because it's the coolest. And excuse me, he made it all out of foam, and it looks ridiculously awesome.
Oh my gosh, you don't even know the level. As much as I talk about Mad Max Fury Road, I really annoy my gamer friends with how much I talk about Warhammer and that universe. I don't even play the tabletop game. I just love everything about the world and the world building and that stuff. And just to look at this sword makes me want to poop myself. I want this so bad.
That is really cool.
How is that made in foam?
Yeah, you'll just have to watch the video to find out.
Oh my gosh. I just want to wield it over my head and go, Ezekiel, Malachi, to me, because that's what they'd say. Oh, that's awesome. All right, Bill Duran, Chinbeard on Twitter, and of course, punishedprops.com. You can go find him there and enjoy his workery. Bill, take it easy, and we'll see you soon.
Later.
Bye now.
See you, Bill.
All right.
Wow. So just glued down. Yeah, this is really cool.
It's good stuff
this
today.
Is like the, it's like light gray foam instead of the typical floor mat foam that.
Yeah, it's different, isn't it? I didn't expect that. I thought it would be like, but Bill always shows us the black floor foam stuff. But I'm just skipping ahead here to see how he did these blades. Oh my gosh. I love Warhammer. And the thing is, Warhammer 40K is kind of Mad Maxy anyway.
Yeah.
Like it's a little bit already the thing that I love. So thanks, Bill. Another obsession to go look at today. All right, there's that. A quick note: we are very close to announcing the full weekend schedule of Vegas. Now, you might say to yourself, "Well, geez, that's only like 3 weeks away, Scott. How come you don't know the full schedule yet?" Well, there've been stuff we had to tweak and deal with and make work.
We had a quick emergency change that happened on Saturday. No, happened.
Saturday, right?
Saturday.
Yeah, I think so.
That forced us to, or Friday, that forced us to have to completely change things around. But I do have some information. One more piece of information. The Overpants tournament at HyperX Esports.
Yeah.
Doors will open at 5:30, so you can get there anytime between 5:30 and 7. Go get situated. They have a bar and a snack bar. You can go get something to drink, get something to eat, and.
Yeah, come early. And we're going to have some sort of badge for people, that turns out. So I'll have that finalized today. I have to get some details from you, but I think we got everything we need.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's going to be awesome. So Thursday, you've got the Overwatch Overpants tournament. Super fun, casual, stage level stuff for Overwatch. And all of you, and people get to sit and watch. People are going to be playing. It's going to be awesome. I'm so stoked for that. We're driving down that day, so I'll be there hopefully a good 2 hours before that.
Okay. I get there the night before, so I'm planning on going over there at some point during the day just to make sure stuff is. I changed my flight around so I could get there a day early and just make sure things are going all right, getting set up there. But
yeah, I totally forgot about that. But yeah, we got that going. Friday's a little more casual, and then Saturday we got all kinds of crap in the works, and it's going to be rad. So whatever, I'm preaching to the choir. A bunch of you have already got tickets. You know who you are. You know who's coming. You're already excited. So are we. It's going to happen. So watch for that. It's coming.
It's happening. Oh, it's happening, Scott.
Yeah, it's happening whether you want it to or not. Even if it's just me and Brian, it's happening. No, it's a lot more than just me and Brian. Trust me. Anyway, We got Australians coming. We got British people coming. We got what else? People
from all corners of the globe.
That's right. Everyone's welcome in Las Vegas.
America's Next Top podcaster competitors, and it's gonna be a blast.
You know what else is great is I think we avoided having any crazy sports stuff that weekend there. So I don't think there's any nights games.
Oh, really?
Home games, that is.
Yeah.
And I don't think, and there's no. Well, they don't even have another team yet because they don't have the Steelers yet, or not Steelers. They don't have the
Raiders.
The Raiders yet.
No, that's still a year away from happening.
So our picking the date we picked is going to spare them all the nightmare of running around town and that stuff. Like, it's going to be great. It's going to be our town that weekend.
It will be our town.
Yep.
Our town. This is our town.
Knights will be in the playoffs.
Their town.
But I don't think they'll be in the playoffs. But I don't think any playoff. Well, now I wonder. Anyway,
yeah. Will the playoff games be going on while we're there?
Yeah.
Sorry, we're not gonna be anywhere near the Park MGM.
No.
Coliseum. Whatever
At least not during any of that. Yeah.
Not during any of that.
Yeah. Also, we are streaming the Thursday Overpants thing from the esports place. So
correct.
You will, for those who could not come, and we're bummed you won't be there. We'll have you there in spirit via the stream.
Yes.
All right. I think that's everything today. Oh, yes. At noon, I'll be back for my thing, and I'll be doing what's it called? Frog Pants Plays. I'll be doing that today. Yep. Continuing with Unavowed, Brian's favorite named video game. Unavowed, which I am really enjoying, despite the dumb name. There's some fun X-Files level cheese stuff happening, and I love it. It's a great little adventure game, and I'm going to keep going through that. So that is today. Paul Stanley might show up. I've been doing Paul Stanley not even trying to. It's just whenever my guy talks, I do it in a Paul Stanley voice, and I can't help it. So that's a little bit later today. That's at noon Mountain Time, so be back here at frogpants.tv if you want to watch that. Those watching live. Anyone at home, I do it on Tuesdays and Thursdays at that time, so do check us out. All right. Brian, anything else going on you get to mention? Anything?
Nothing else for me. Just getting stuff ready for Coverville tomorrow, and like I said, posting America's Next Top Podcaster, so you'll be able to hear the final submissions and the finals today on the feeds, so make sure to listen to those.
Oh, nice. Oh, that's what I forgot. I put up I put part 1 of the new Metzen interview series up. It's up and available now if you have either the core podcast feed or the instance or even just the Frog Pants mega feed. They all have it. It's of course available, manually if you want to just listen to it on SoundCloud or on the website or whatever. But probably the best place is where we stuck the blog for it, which is on the instance page, theinstance.net. And we had a really great part 1. Looking forward to putting part 2 and 3, and I think we're going to get 4 out of it total.
Wow, cool.
In the coming weeks, but we start with this one, and I hope everyone enjoys it. Again, theinstance.net to get your listening on for Chris Metzen and me sitting down talking about stuff. Okay.
Cool. Yes, sir.
I guess that's it. Let's do a song. Do you have a song?
I have a song. I have a request going out to Leslie Victorine, Logan's mom.
Oh.
She says, I say it every year, so I'll say it again. That baby that Kim tried to take home from BlizzCon 2013 is turning 6 on April 9th.
What?
Today. Yep, that's right. 6. His new obsession is Infinity War, especially Thanos and Vision. Could you play this awesome metal cover of the Avengers theme song for Logan on his birthday? If not, any day close is totally fine. Happy birthday, Logan. You should have gone for the head. Snap.
Dope.
Thanks, guys.
Nice.
Wow.
Wow.
Dark.
Yeah.
So this is a metal cover of the theme to Avengers Infinity War, performed by Niall Stenson. Really cool. You can find it on YouTube and Spotify and SoundCloud and all those places. Here is the Avengers Infinity War theme.
That's awesome. All right, we'll be back tomorrow. We got the whole full Wednesday lineup, so please check us out then. Oh, and visit our Patreon, everybody. Patreon.com/TMS.
Please do. Yeah.
Yeah, we need it. It's right over there. It pays the bills. I sound desperate. I'm not. But, just go over there. Think about it. You enjoyed today.
It is our lifeblood. It is the thing that keeps us alive.
Yeah, literally. I'm like, you know what it is? It's like Mad Max tied to the front of a car with a blood tube in him. Because he's a pure or what was he called? He was called What's wrong? I've seen the movie 100 times and I can't think of the dumb name.
Don't ask the guy who's seen it once.
He's a something donor. Anyway, whatever it was. I can't remember. My brain's dead. Thanks, everybody, for being here. We'll see you tomorrow.
This show is part of the Frog Pants Network.
Frog Pants Network.
Get more shows like this at frogpants.com.
You'd be no longer drawing breath in Miami.
Yeah.
You're no longer.
Yeah.
You'd be no longer drawing breath in Miami.